So just remember when using this style of taping that I just showed you guys, there's two ways that you can actually do it. So you can actually use the bend over method or you can actually lie down. To look at number 17, the first question in this section. Two varieties of ground nuts, type Q and type R, are sold in the market. Type Q is sold at 130 Kenya shillings per kilogram, while type R is sold at 180 Kenya shillings per kilogram. Part A of the question. A trader bought 50 kilograms of type Q and 75 of type R from the market. Now, the two varieties were then mixed. Roman 1 of part A. Determine the cost price of 1 kilogram of the mixture. So we've mixed, or this trader mixed 50 kilograms, each costing, because it is type Q, then type Q is costing 130, each costing 130, with 75 kilograms, type R, each costing 180. What is the total cost of all the kilograms that were bought? 50 each at 130, 75 each at 180. This gives us 20,000, ladies and gentlemen. 20,000 Kenya shillings. Then how many kilograms are they? So per kilogram, cost per kilogram now, cost per kilogram shall be 20,000 divided by, we add 50, then 75 of the other type. When we divide 50 and 75, guys, I'm getting exactly 160 Kenya shillings. So a kilogram of this mixture is costing 160 Kenya shillings. Then we have a Roman 2 of the same part A. The trader sold 80% of the mixture at 170 Kenya shillings per kilogram, and the rest at 180 per kilogram. Determine the percentage profit made by the trader. Right, 80% of the mixture means 80% of the total kilograms. You know, we had 50 and 75, guys, which was 125 kilograms. So how many kilograms will be sold at 170? So 80% of this is exactly 100 kilograms. So 100 kilograms are being sold at 170. So how much was fetched from 100 multiplied by 170 each? This is 17,000. So the trader obtained 17,000 Kenya shillings from the sale of the first 80%, meaning that the remaining, which are just 25, remember the total was 125 kilograms, 100 have been sold at 170 each. So the rest are 25, and each is going to be sold at 180 according to the instructions. So 25 by 180, now this guy will fetch 4500 from the sale of the 20%, which is 25 kilograms. So what will be the total amount obtained from the sale? 17,000, we add 4500. So I'm getting a total of 21,500. Determine the percentage profit made by the trader. Let's look at the profit itself. Profit is the total sales minus the buying price, which was 20,000 according to what we saw in the part A. 1500, 1500, that is the profit realized. Yeah, we said the trader paid 20,000 to get all the ground nuts.
Now, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we proceed to find what we are calling the percentage profit. Now, for us to get percentage profit, we just need the profit. We need the profit out of the buying price expressed as a percentage. Expressed as a percentage. This is exactly 7.5%. Yeah, 7.5%. This is a very interesting question. As we continue getting more of the same, please be reminded of our holiday programs. Every other holiday, we usually have very interactive programs for the senior school and also for the junior school. This time around, in senior school, we are introducing the grade 10, who are the firstborns of the CBE. So grade 10s shall be taught on their own, Form 3s on their own, the candidates on their own. And also, when you look at the junior school timetable, ladies and gentlemen, we shall also be teaching the grade 7s on their own, grade 8s on their own, grade 9s on their own. So please join us for mathematics, chemistry, biology, physics, integrated science for the junior school, then the languages, that is Kiswahili and English. Feel free to join us. The number is already attached, 0704 15 3366. Thank you so much for choosing Shifting Grades Online School. Remember also on our YouTube channel to subscribe, share also to invite your friends to the same broadcast. Our videos are the best. We teach interactively. So feel free to ask questions. I've said and I'm repeating that our number is 0704 15 3366. Reach out anytime and get to know more about our programs. Part B, the last 4 marks. Another trade about and mixed the two variables, the two varieties of groundnuts. The trader made a profit of 25% by selling the mixture at 200 Kenya shillings per kilogram. Determine the ratio in which the trader mixed the two varieties. So we are mixing so that, or this new trader now, another trader here, is obtaining 25% profit when they sold the mixture at 200 per kilogram, meaning that we can obtain the cost price. So 125%, this is equal to 200 Kenya shillings because it is the cost price plus the profit. That's why we are calling it 125%. What about 100%? Just the cost price of this particular mixture shall be 200 multiplied by 100 out of 125. What shall this be? The cost price of the mixture. What is the cost price of the mixture such that selling at 200 attracts 25%? This is exactly 160 Kenya shillings. So now we are having a case whereby the trader has already mixed and the cost price of the mixture is 160 Kenya shillings. So what is the mixing ratio? In other words, we can use the cross formula, methods are many. We can say that type Q, type R here, type Q is costing what? Type Q is costing 130, the other one 180. 130, then R 180. Then now the mixture is costing 160. Then we take the differences, 180 and 160, we get 20. Then 130 and 160, the absolute difference is exactly 30. So now for Q and R, we use the ratio 20:30, and we ensure that it is properly simplified. This shall give us 2:3. So you can use that method, or you can tell us that 130 multiplied by Q plus 180 multiplied by R, that is the total cost of the mixture. When we divide by the number of kilograms in the mixture, which is Q for type Q and R kilograms for type R, we shall get 160 as the cost per kilogram. Therefore, a cross multiplication whereby Q plus R multiplies 160 shall leave us with 130 at this point, multiplied by Q, plus 180 multiplied by R. This is equal to 160 multiplied by Q plus 160 multiplied by R. Can we group terms together? Yes. If we group terms together, then, ladies and gentlemen, we shall have 160. We shall have 160 minus 130, giving us 30. Yeah, giving us 30 Q. Then 180 minus 160 R, giving us 20 R. How can we remain with just 20 alone? We divide through by R. To remain with 20, we divide through by R, 30 Q over R. Then how can we remain with the ratio Q over R? We divide by 30 through Q over R. We divide by 30 through 20 over 30, giving us 2 over 3. Now, if the fraction Q over R equals to 2 over 3, then the ratio Q is to R should be implied 2:3. So that is the ratio into which this second trader mixed the two varieties of groundnuts. Thank you so much for following. Remember to subscribe and also to share, to invite your friend. Shifting Grades Online School, the home of academics.